Waiting for one more register. And no lift on depth. He's just a little high. He'll reset and try again on a second attempt. So we move to Matthew Arnold, United States. 197.5 kilos. He's in the open 66 kilo category. 31 years old. This is 3 times his body weight. Slightly over that.
USA opening up with 3 times his body weight. On deck, Logan in the
Matthew's a massage therapist by trade. First year in competition. Getting some international experience here. Powers it up. The referees give him a good lift, 2-1. And he's on the board. Bars being raised to 220 kilos. Logan Pennington from the United States. Also up, he's in the 66 category, 66 kilo junior category. Says he works at Johnny's Pizza. Have some good eats with the lifters today.
Bars loaded, Logan Pennington. He works at Johnny's Pizza.
2-time state champion.
Pizza chef. Maybe he works for Johnny's. Yes? Oh, same place. All right, we got 2 pizza fellas.
Is just short of 3.5 times his body weight for his opener.
Guard jugging and snake wrangling.
Let's go, Logan. Push back, chest up. There we go.
Makes easy work of that opener.
2-time state champion.
And 2-1, good lift.
2-1. And in case any of you are not sure, a gar is a big, nasty fish.
So we're going to stay at the same weight of 220 kilos. Esteban Santana, Puerto Rico, my home. Open at 220. He's 18-year-old junior lifter in the 83 kilo category. He's also, I'm sorry, let me get that straight. He's in the open and sub-junior because he's only 18 years old. He's a student, 3-time Puerto Rican national champion. In Puerto Rico, he lifts both equipped and raw. Muscles it through all the way to the top. And gets 3 white lights. Good lift for Esteban.
This is good. I love the bar for Zach Johnson. Opening up
227.5 kilos, right at 500 pounds. Zach Johnson from the United States. 59 kilo junior lift, I'm sorry. A 83 kilo open lifter. 24 years old. The open division. 501 pounds. Gets himself set up.
Come on, Zach. Lightweight opener.
Zach works in human services. Competing for 6+ years. Gets forward, out of the groove, and couldn't quite get that up. He'll recycle, try that again. Kind of got, as he came out of the hole, got pushed forward. And when you have those lifting suits, you have to stay in that suit groove, or that weight gets really heavy really quick. So moving the bar up to 232.5 kilos for 59-kilo class junior equipped lifter Joseph Kelly from the United States. Joseph, 21 years old. He's a student, national collegiate silver medalist.
Bars loaded, Joseph Kelly, 232.5 on the bar.
This is just shy of 4 times his body weight, just a hair short of that, 512 pounds.
Joseph Kelly from the United States, opening up with 4 times his body weight, folks.
He's been competing for 8 years.
He weighs 129 pounds.
Walks it out, gets set. Drives it up. See what the referees say. No lift. He was a bit high on that. Gonna have to recycle, reset that. Try it again, get a little more depth. I move to one of my personal friends, Ivan Cancel from Puerto Rico. Ivan he was the bronze medalist a few years ago at the World Championships, 36 years old, from the south coast of Puerto Rico. He loves powerlifting, coaching, and anything that has to do with powerlifting. Has that passion. Open up with 247.5 kilos, 545 pounds. Ivan's lifting in the 66-kilo class today in the open division. Gets himself focused, centered. He's 11 times NAPF gold medalist. He's won this meet 11 times. He's been competing over 15 years. Drives it up, slow and steady, back to the top. Oh, not quite on depth. 2-1, no lift. He's going to have to reset, do it again. His coach and Puerto Rico Federation President Alex Alvarado goes over to jury to submit a protest on that, or to find out what the call is there. So Esteban Castro Arias from Costa Rica is up next. He's in the 83 open kilo class, opening up at 255 kilos, 562 pounds. Esteban likes mountain biking, and he's a merchant by trade. Been competing a little over 3 years. So no avail on Alex's talking to the jury. Ivan Cancel will have to recycle and do 247.5 kilos again. So Esteban drives that up strongly and gets 3 white lights. Good lift. He's on the board. 2 more lifters in this round. Then we'll go to our second round squats. Timothy Thibodeau from the United States. It's as close as I can get with that name. He's from LSU. A student athlete at LSU, 22 years old. So I'm not sure if he's from Louisiana, but he goes to school in Louisiana, the United States. 265 kilo opener, 584 pounds. 4 years 4 years of powerlifting experience.
Tim Thibodeau.
Get it already. Come out easy. There you go. Nice, nice. All right, big air when you go. Let's go. Be aggressive.
Drives that up.
Over 3
Up.
times his body weight.
Not
Number 2.
quite. 2-1, no lift.
Billy. That's not the guy from New Jersey.
The red lights were for depth, so he'll have to recycle that. Saw a little disappointment on his face.
Dell. Harmon. Garcia. Rodriguez. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Panama in the house.
So we have our first Panama lifter of the day.
Hosting the NAPF Bench Championships later this year in October. Panama.
Jose del Carmen Garcia Rodriguez from Panama. Masters 2 and Open 83 category lifter. 19 years of lifting experience. 50 years old. 277.5 kilos on the bar. 612 pounds. Starting off his day. You see the grimace on his face as he pulls that out of the rack. Oh, loses it backwards. Oh, and dumps the bar. It's something you don't want to do. So you got to stay with that lift, even when you miss it. Spotters and loaders grabbed that. Good job on their part. All 5 of them, 6 of them.
Nice job, spotters and loaders.
So he's going to recycle.
Ronald Walker.
So Ronald Walker back to the top. Thomas Chechen from Canada, from the United States, from Colorado. He made his opener. He passed on his next 2 lifts. I know he had some knee issues earlier in the week, so apparently he's taking it easy. Doesn't want to reactivate that injury, but he is in the meet, so he's going to do his lifting. So Ronald Walker from the U.S. Virgin Islands moves up to 160 kilos. He's had his good on his opener. He's 59 years old. Just became eligible for Masters 3, turned 60 sometime this year. Also in the Open 83 kilo division. Been competing for 7 years. He is a church pastor in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Loves scuba diving. Good activity living in the VI. Nope, can't get out of the hole there. He's staying with the bar the way you're supposed to, all the way back to the rack. No lift. He'll recycle, try it again. Got to stay in that groove, that lifting groove inside those lifting suits. You get outside of it, get pushed backwards or forwards, it's hard to get back in there. Those lifting suits give you the ability to lift some weights that normally you wouldn't be able to do without them.
Jonathan Vidrine.
So now we move to our sub-junior 66 lifter, Jonathan Vidrine, just 18 years old, pizza chef from, I believe, Louisiana. He was good on his first lift of 160 kilos, moving up 10 kilos to 170.
Let's go, Jonathan, now.
Gets himself locked in.
King in the hole.
Takes it down, drives it up. And the verdict is good lift, 2-1. He's made both his lifts today.
Oscar Mejia.
From Mexico, Oscar Mejia. He missed his opener 185 kilos, trying it a second time. Oscar is in our Masters 2 and Open 66 kilo class. 55 years old. Industrial designer from Mexico.
Oscar Mejia. Mexico.
He's 12-time Mexican national champion. Got quite an array of titles and medals in both the national, world, and regional levels. Drives it up, smooth, slow and smooth, hydraulic lifting. And again, got called on depth, no lift, 3 red lights. Just have to bury that just a little bit more. So he'll be fighting for his meat life on his 3rd attempt.
Arnold Santana.
So now to Robert King from Canada. Robert King, 45 years old, lifting in the 83 kilo Masters 1 division. Robert opened with 175 kilos successfully, moving up 10 kilos. He also lifted in the Raw Classic division. Robert, a gym owner, writer, entrepreneur, loves lifting heavy weights. Multi-time national champion medalist. Drives that up and gets it 2-1. Good lift, so both his lifts have been successful. Moved the bar up to 205 kilos for Matthew Arnold from the United States. Matthew's lifting 66 kilo open division. He was successful on his opener, increasing 7.5 kilos. He's a first-year competitor, getting international experience here. His profession is being a massage therapist, which is a good thing after a meet like this. Get those knots out, get those muscles back to working again. 31 years old. Equal opportunity lifter with a SBD shirt and a Titan suit. Drives that up nice and strong. See what the referees say. No, not quite deep enough on a second attempt. He did get his opener, so he's on the board. Now for my home, Puerto Rico, Esteban Santana. Esteban lifting in the 83 kilo sub-junior and open.
Santana, Puerto Rico.
Esteban's just 18 years old. He's been competing for 2 years.
18 years old, this young fellow.
Already has 3 national championships from Puerto Rico.
Esteban Santana. No relation to Carlos.
Esteban was successful on his opening lift, moving it up 7.5 kilos on the second. Gets the command. Drives it up. See what the referees call. No lift. He was a little bit high on that lift. So he was successful on his first lift. He'll recycle for his third. See if he can get a little deeper on that. Move to Zach Johnson from the United States. He's going to recycle 227.5 kilos, same weight. He missed his opener. He's in the 83 kilo open division. Zach, 24 years old, competing for 6 years. This is just shy of 3 times his body weight.
Bars loaded.
Zach getting encouragement from the crowd. 501 pounds. Drives it up. Nice and easy on the sent up. And gets on the board with a 2-to-1 lift for Zach Johnson. Somebody get the phone for me, please. Just joking, it's not my phone. Logan Pennington, the United States, 66 kilo junior, was successful on his opener. Moves up to 230 kilos, 10 kilo increase. I'll talk to him and see if he can bring in some of that Johnny's Pizza, the place he works at in his home. Been competing for 4 years. Also enjoys snake wrangling and gar juggling. Gar fish juggling, I'm assuming. Quite a character. 2-time state champion. Says he got the bronze medal at the Worlds in in Africa. I'm assuming that's South Africa in the sub-junior division. Drives it up, very upright in his squat stance. And 3 white lights. So Logan successful on both of his squat attempts so far. Move to Joseph Kelly, 59 kilo junior. Missed his opener. He's going to recycle, 232.5 kilos. 21 years old, student, and the National Collegiate Silver medalist in the 59 kilo class. This is 4 times his body weight, 512 pounds. In the 59 kilo class. So that means he weighs less than, I think he weighed in at 129 pounds. And he is attempting 512. Joseph's been competing for over 8 years. Competitive powerlifting. Gets set. Drives it up. Good speed. And gets it 2-to-1. Good lift for Joseph Kelly. He's on the board.
Ivan.
We move the weight up to 250 kilos, 551 pounds for Ivan Cancel from Puerto Rico. Ivan's been, he's in the 66 kilo open class. I know he's done a lot of time down in the 59 kilo class, so I guess he decided to eat a little more. 11-time NAPF gold medalist. Been competing over 15 years. His wife, Maria, a Raw world champion in the 47 kilo class. They just had a little baby, beautiful little baby. Inches it up through the sticking point, fighting, muscling, keeping it going. Locks it out with a smile on his face. And it is good lift. Ivan's on the board. Ivan's got a smile on his face from the strain of that lift. Slowly working his way off the platform. I don't know if you put a feather on that, if he would have made that lift. So Tim Thibodeau, United States, he missed his opener, and he's going to recycle at 265 kilos. Tim, a junior 83 kilo lifter. Student athlete at LSU, University of Louisiana State. 22 years old. Crowds buzzing and shouting encouragement for him. He's got his cheering session. Walks it out. Gets himself set. Drives it up all the way to the top. See what the referees say. Good lift. 3 white lights. He's on the board.
All right, Esteban.
So Esteban Castro Arias. Costa Rica. 83 kilos. Open division. He was good on his opener at 255 kilos, moving up 270 kilos, 595 pounds. Enjoys mountain biking, living in Costa Rica. Is some of the best mountain biking in the world here. They actually have a race where they start at the Pacific Ocean and over a couple days race to the Caribbean Ocean through the volcanoes and mountains here in Costa Rica. It's every year. Esteban's been competitively lifting for 3 years, 32 years old. Drives it deep into the hole and muscles it up. And that is a good lift. Esteban successful on both of his squats. Jose del Carmen Garcia Rodriguez from Panama.
But he's taken it up 7.5 kilos.
Masters 2 and Open 83 kilo lifter. Not successful on his opener. He's moving it up a little bit, add a little extra weight. 285 kilos, 628 pounds. 5-time national Panamanian national champion. Likes racing motorcycles and cars. Been competitively lifting for 19 years at age 50. Masters 2. 628 pounds. Getting the spotter loader set. Drives it down, drives it up. No lift.
No, that's twice.
That's twice he's dumped the bar. I think he's going to get a warning from the referees. You are not, and I say again, not supposed to leave that bar after the lift.
Because Bill Clayton's going to have to talk with the jury.
That's twice he's dumped the bar, and they're not sure what they're going to do about that. You get warned, and they can actually be removed from the meet for safety purposes to the spotters and loaders and yourself. So we go back to the top of the order. Ronald Walker from the U.S. Virgin Islands. He's a Masters 3, 83 kilo and open lifter. He missed his second attempt at 160 kilos. He was successful on his opener, so he's going to retake 160 kilos. Ronald, okay, so Jose del Carmen Garcia Rodriguez, they're saying he's not allowed to squat again because of safety issues from dumping the bar and not staying with it. He said you can continue on in the meet, but you're done with the squat, so he will not have a recorded total. So back to Ronald Walker, who's under the bar. He's been competing for 7 years. He's a pastor, and he loves scuba diving. U.S. Virgin Islands, a great place to have that hobby. He walks it out. Takes it down. Drives it up. No, not there today. He's successful at 150 kilos for Ronald Walker. And he'll get credit for that as he moves forward to bench press.
Jonathan Vidrine.
Jonathan Vidrine from the United States up next. He's successful on his first 2 attempts. He increases to 180 kilos. Sub-junior 66 kilo lifter, just 18 years old. From Louisiana, I believe. Louisiana State Divisional bench record holder. 3 years competing. Stays focused, gets commands. Drives it up. Gets it to lockout. And the referees say, no lift. Didn't get deep enough on that. But he got his first 2 lifts. Moves on to bench press with 170 kilos taken forward for his subtotal. Towards his subtotal. Now, Oscar Mejia from Mexico, fighting for his meat life here. He missed 185 kilos twice. He's going to try it one more time. Masters 2, an open 66 kilo class.
Let's get behind him now.
Crowd shouting encouragement. Multi-time national champion. He's got quite an array of accomplishments on under his belt. The world, regional, and national level. Takes it down, drives it up.
Oh, it's looking all right, man.
And let's see what they say. No lift, 2-1. Said one lift, one didn't like the depth or the lockout. Another one, not the depth. And he will not have a recorded total.
Sorry. Yes. This is a PR, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Coach King from Canada.
So Robert King from Canada.
Yes, sir.
200 kilos. One of his teammates said this is a personal record, 200 kilos in this squat. He's Masters 183 kilo division, 45 years old, writer, entrepreneur, gym owner. Well known in Canadian powerlifting. Drops it down, puts it up, and the referees say, no lift, not quite deep enough.
Load the bar for Matthew Arnold, then Escobar, then Logan.
So Matthew Arnold from the United States was successful on his opener, missed his second attempt, going to recycle that at 205 kilos. In his first year of competitive powerlifting. In the 66 kilo open division. 31 years old. They get the bar set for him.
Bars loaded, Matthew Arnold.
There he comes, coming out. Nice buzz in the room here. Gets walked out, set up. No, just a little too much. He gets credit for his opener. Carry 197.5 kilos forward. Move on to the bench press. So next, Esteban Santana from Puerto Rico. 18-year-old sub-junior, 83 kilo class and open class. Was successful at 220 kilos. Missed his second. He's going to retry that at 227.5 kilos. A student, 3-time national champion. Even though he's only been lifting in 2 years competitively, he's lifts both raw, or in the classic division, and equipped. Coached by Alex Alvarado, the president of Puerto Rico Powerlifting Federation. Also the secretary of North American Powerlifting. Gets set. Alex calls up. And the referees say, no lift on depth. So he'll move forward with 220 kilos to the bench press.
240 on the bar for Logan.
So Logan Pennington from the United States, successful on his first 2 attempts, moves up another 10 kilos to 240 kilos. Logan in the junior 66 division, 529 pounds.
All right, he's a 2-time state champion, and he's a 1-time national champion. 3rd place at the Worlds in Africa as a sub-junior.
Logan Pennington comes out, gets his stoke on here.
Logan Pennington. This is 3.7 times his body weight, folks.
529 pounds. Drives it up, powers it through.
Oh, he shows us the tongue.
Good lift. So he's 3 for 3 on today. He's the only lifter in this round that actually went 3 for 3 on squats.
Joseph Kelly. Is there anybody out there from Team Kelly?
So our next lifter, Joseph Kelly, 59 kilo junior. Successful on his second attempt.
Get ready, JoJo.
Moving up to 240 kilos. 4.1 times his body weight. 21 years old.
4.1 times his body weight.
$529 pounds. Being thrown around by a guy who weighs 129 pounds. 400 pounds above his body weight. Getting encouragement from the crowd as he gets set. Gets the command. Drives it up. And the call is good lift, 2-1.
Hey, all I have to say on that is heat.
That's 400 pounds
That was pretty darn
on
dead.
top of what he weighs.
4 times your body weight on the bar, Billy.
Over 4 times his body weight, and that's a successful lift. He'll carry that forward to bench press. Now we move to Zach Johnson from the United States, 24-year-old.
Zach
Lifting in the 83 kilo open division.
Johnson.
Successful on his second attempt. Now up to 242.5 kilos.
Cheered on by the gold medal winner yesterday.
534 pounds.
Bars loaded. Being cheered on by his teammate Tristan Nazelrock, gold medal winner yesterday.
Zach, a 6-year competitor.
Up next, Ivan in the hole, Timothy.
Billy, take your time. Billy.
83 kilo open competitor. Gets his focus under the bar.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just looking.
Oh, just too much. Couldn't get out of the bottom there. And he'll take 227.5 kilos forward to bench. And we move to Ivan Cancel, Puerto Rico, South Coaster. Multi-time national champion, 11-time NAPF gold medalist, bronze medalist at the Worlds. I believe that was in 2012. Lifting into 66 kilo open division. He was successful on his second attempt, muscled and wrestled that thing to the top, inched it. Now he's going 2.5 kilos more. Going to try to tie his personal best in squat, 252.5 kilos, 556 pounds, almost 557. Walks out slow and focused. Shout out to his wife Maria and their new baby, Puerto Rico. Gets focused, walks it out. Presses it up. Oh, much stronger than the other attempt. Better speed. No lift. Didn't quite hit depth. But he is on the board with 250 kilos. He'll carry that forward to the bench press. Next lifter, Tim Thibodeau, United States, LSU athlete, 22 years old. Successful on his second attempt, moving up to 270 kilos, 595 pounds, closing in on that 600-pound barrier. 4 years of competitive powerlifting at age 22. Coming out strong. Crowd behind him. £595. Walks it out. 83 kilo class. Drives it up, smooth. And it's good, 2-1. So he carries 270 kilos over to our bench press. And our last lifter for this round, Esteban Castro-Arias from Costa Rica. Successful on his first 2 attempts, moving up to 280 kilos, 10 kilo increase. Esteban, 32 years old, in the 83 open division. 3 years competing.
The bar, is loaded. Here comes Esteban.
Well, they're still working on getting that bar loaded. Make sure the load is right. He walks out. He's got, looks like popcorn socks on. Popcorn coming out of his socks. Gets set up. Esteban, he's re-racking it. It's not quite set the way he wants to. He's got plenty of time on the clock. Still 25 seconds as he refocuses, gets recentered on that bar. You want to make sure you're centered on that bar. Don't want it on one side or the other. Takes it out again, walks it out. Still 15 seconds. Gets the start command. No, couldn't. He started down and he just said, no, that's not going to happen. So spotters grab it, get it back in the rack.
20 minutes on the clock.
And he'll carry forward his total of bench press. We're going to take 20 minutes, and we're going to come back with our bench press for our second part of this lift. Since there's only one flight, there's going to be a longer break in between the sessions. This gives the lifters time to warm up for the bench press. So we'll be back in 20 minutes. I'm Steve Crane. Stay with us here. Keep this thing going.
Susan, if the spotters and loaders are in place and the referees are in place, Susan, on your command, we are ready to go.
And welcome back. We're starting our first bench for the 83, 60, 59, 66, 83 classes. We're going to start off with Robert King from Canada. He's opening up at 75 kilos. This is the equipped section, but I believe some of the people are starting off their lifts without the bench shirt just to get it in. Some of the lifters will do that, lift raw, and then put on their shirt for their second and third attempts. So I've just been informed that Robert King's going to let this time out as opener.
Evidently he doesn't have his singlet on yet, so he's going to time out and he'll come back and he'll get his second attempt. Rob Dyke, he is the coach for Canada, right? You would think he'd know how to be fully clothed before he...
So there was a 20-minute break in between lifts, but Robert King didn't get quite ready for his first lift.
Maybe that was a strategic move on his part, Billy.
He's giving everybody a little bit extra rest before there's a start.
All right, Tommy Sensich. Bars loaded for Tom Sensich, 75.
Tom Sinchich from the United States, Colorado.
By the way, Tommy is a
He's opening up at 75 kilos also.
He has world records in the bench, and I'm not joking, he does.
He is a bench specialist normally, doing a 3-lift competition here. He's starting off raw on his first attempt. Gets the start command. Presses it up, nice and easy. He gets a good lift. Now he'll go get his bench shirt on. Gives me the thumbs up. He's going to get his bench shirt on and throw some weight on the bar for his next attempt.
100 kilo increase. 130 kilo increase will be his second attempt. Not too often do you see a 130 kilo increase from bench 1 to bench 2.
So Tom's second attempt will be 200 kilos when he gets his bench shirt on. He is a bench specialist, has held world records in the bench before. Now we move to Oscar Mejia from Mexico. He's going to open up at 100 kilos. He does have his bench shirt on. Oscar, Masters 2 and Open 66 kilo lifter, multi-time national champion in Mexico. Got quite a array of awards and titles to his name. And he is successful on his first lift, 3 white lights, and he's on the board and the bench. Jonathan Vadrine from the United States, sub-junior lifter, 66 kilo class, just 18 years old, getting some international experience here. Opening up 117.5 kilos. Louisiana state bench record holder, so he enjoys this lift. Getting his shoulders buried in a good solid arch. Coach tells him to move down the bench a little bit so the rack isn't in his way. Slowly lowers it down. Presses it up nice and easy. 3 white lights for his opener. And he's on the board.
Ronald Walker from the Virgin Islands.
Now from the Virgin Islands, Ronald Walker.
Virgin Island powerlifting is
Masters 3 lifter, pastor, scuba diver. 120 kilos. He's lifting in the Masters 3 and Open 83 kilo class. First year of eligibility in the Masters 3 division. Getting set. Drives that up. 3 wide lights, good lift. He's on the board.
Good for Walker.
Again, our referees are from Puerto Rico, United States, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. International array. Our jury from Canada, Puerto Rico, and Costa Rica. Next lifter, Matthew Arnold, United States. 66 kilo open lifter. Opening at 125 kilos. 31-year-old open lifter. New to the sport, first year of competing, getting some valuable international experience at the start of his career. Gets the call, drives that up. Nice, steady and strong. Gets it 2-1.
The lift is good.
One of the side referees didn't quite like the lockout, but he's still a good lift. Moved to Logan Pennington, United States. 18-year-old. State record holder. Or state champion, excuse me. 130 kilos. He's in the junior 66 kilo category. Gets his shoulders locked, trying to maximize his arch. Slowly lowers the bar down. Drives it solidly up. And good lift. Logan on the board. Logan's perfect for the day so far. 4 out of 4. Esteban Santana, Puerto Rico. 18 years old. Lifting in the sub-junior and open 83 kilo class. 130 kilos, same weight as Logan. 3-time national champion in Puerto Rico. Lifting both equipped and raw in Puerto Rico. Drives that up easy. 130 kilos, 286 pounds. That's a good lift. Joseph Kelly from the United States is the next lifter. Moving it up to 140 kilos for his opener. He's a 59 kilo junior. Had an impressive squat opener at 240 kilos. That was over 4 times his body weight. 21 years old, student, silver medalist at the Collegiate Nationals. Collegiate Nationals were in Columbus, Ohio, just a few months ago. Drives it up. Smooth and steady all the way through. And a good lift.
He's being coached by Richard Pena.
Zach Johnson's going to be attempting the same weight, 140 kilos. He's in the 83 kilo open. 24 years old. Competing for 6 years from the United States. Discusses the handoff with the spotter, spotter. Gets himself set in the handoff. Make sure those elbows are locked out when you get that handoff. Presses it up. And good lift, 3 white lights. He's on the board in the bench press. Esteban Castro Arias, Costa Rica. He's an 83 kilo open lifter, opening with 145 kilos. It's 319 pounds. We'll round off to 320. 32 years old. Gets set up quickly. Drives it up smooth and steady all the way through. And a good lift. So we move to Tim Thibodeau, United States. He's a junior in the 83 kilo class, 22 years old.
Lift is good. Load the bar for Tim Thibodeau.
LSU student, Louisiana State University in Louisiana, the United States. Opening up with just over 400 pounds, 182.5 kilos. It's 402 pounds. In the pound plate world, it is a milestone lift, having 4 45-pound plates on each side of the bar. Tim, just 22 years old, been lifting for 4 years competitively. Walks his feet up the bench to lock in his arch. Presses it up. And good lift. So far everybody's on the board except for Robert King, who decided to play hooky on his opener. We have one more lifter, Yvonne Cancel, who's opening up with a chip on the bar. So that means there has to be some type of record.
We have chips on the bar.
See what Gino says here.
NAPF record attempt for Ivan Cancel, 403.45 pounds, 183 kilos. This is an NAPF record attempt.
So it's a
NAPF
record attempt on his opener, 183 kilos. Ivan Cancel from Puerto Rico, 403.5 pounds. Ivan, a multi-time NAPF gold medalist, a world champion medalist. Puerto Rico, coached by, or handled by Alex Alvarado from Puerto Rico. Gets the handoff. Start command. Touches. Drives it up, smooth and steady. Gets the rack command. See what they say.
Gentlemen, that is a new NAPF record.
New NAPF record, 2-1. The head referee called him a little bit on his lockout. Didn't like his lockout, but that's a new record for Ivan Cancel on his opening lift. So we'll go back to the top, see if Robert King decides to show up for this lift. 75 kilos. Ivan and Alex are discussing where he wants his next record attempt to be.
Here comes the King.
Hey, he showed up. Robert King from Canada. Masters 1, 6 years of competitive lifting. Did also the Raw event. Takes his own handoff. And he's lifting this Raw. Presses that up with no problems whatsoever. And if you show up, you can actually make a lift, and he does. 3 white lights. And I think he's passing his third. I'm not sure here. Nope, he's going to go. They're going to discuss and see what he moves to. So now we go to Oscar Mejia from Mexico. 7.5 kilo increase to 107.5 kilos. Oscar, 66 kilo, Master 2 and open lifter. Well-decorated power lifter, internationally and nationally in Mexico. 55 years old. Oscar's been competing for over 22 years competitively. Drives it up.
Mejia gets the rack command, and Mejia gets 3 white lights.
3 white lights for a good lift for Oscar.
Walker, between and Arnold.
So from the U.S. Virgin Islands, beautiful waters, beautiful land, Ronald Walker, pastor, scuba diver, powerlifter, 59 years old, first year in a Masters 3 eligibility, lifting Masters 3 and Open 83 class, moves it up to 125 kilos over his opener. So now everybody is successful in their bench press. Jose del Carmen Garcia from Panama is withdrawn from the meet after having some issues with his squat. So Ronald Walker takes the start command, drives it up with good speed all the way to the top, and good lift for Ronald. Jonathan Vidrine, United States, successful on his first attempt, increases by 10 kilos to 127.5. It's 281 pounds for this junior, sub-junior, 18-year-old, 66 kilo class lifter. Pizza chef, Louisiana State bench record holder. Jonathan, even though he's only 18 years old, has 3 years of competitive powerlifting under his belt. He contorts himself to a high arch position. Probably has the highest arch of any of the lifters today that I've seen. Locks in those shoulders into the bench. Gets the handoff. Slowly lowers the bar to the chest. Drives it up. Oh, and loses it, control of it. He had so much speed, he lost control. Got out of the groove. Spotters and loaders caught that, so he'll recycle, reset that, try it again. Matthew Arnold from the United States, successful on his first attempt. 130 kilos now, 5 kilos more.
Matthew, bars loaded.
Matthew's in the 66 kilo open.
He's got exactly 2 times
31 years old.
Weighs 65 kilos. He's got 130 kilos on the bar.
Gino says 2 times his body weight on this lift, doubling his body weight. 286 pounds. Drives it up. Nope. Can't quite get it to lock out. Spotters grabbed it. Saved it when it starts coming back down. He'll retry again.
Logan Pennington.
So U.S. lifter Logan Pennington, successful also on his first lift. 137.5 kilos now. 7.5 kilo increase. 66 kilo junior lifter. 18 years old, so he'll be turning 19 sometime this year to be in the junior division. Junior division, 19 to 23 years old. Sub-junior, 14 to 18 years old. Little over 2 times his body weight. 137.5 kilos. That's just over 300 pounds, 303 pounds. For somebody who's under 145 pounds at weigh-ins. Nice, smooth press all the way up to lockout, and good lift. So we move to Esteban Santana from Puerto Rico. Esteban, a 83 kilo lifter in the open and sub-junior. He's 18 years old. Student, 3-time national Puerto Rican champion. 140 kilos is a 10 kilo increase from his opener, which was successful.
He's a sub-junior lifter in the 83 kilo Canada's hailing from Puerto Rico. Vamos.
Gets the start command. Drives it up smooth.
And the lift is
Good lift for Esteban. So he's successful on his first 2 attempts.
USA, then Kelly, then Arias.
Zach Johnson, United States, 83 kilo open. Increases to 145 kilos, 5 kilo increase from his successful first lift. 24 years old, 6 years of experience under his belt. This is, according to this, will tie his personal best. Lifting this whole meet so far in deadlift slippers. He even squatted in deadlift slippers. Drives it up, smooth, trying to get the lockout. Gets it up. See what the referees call. Oh, no lift, 2-1. One called up and down on the bar. The other one saw either a foot or the rear end lift off the bench. His coach goes over the jury table, see what he can discuss, see if he can get something overturned. I'll let you know. So Joseph Kelly from the United States, 59 kilo lifter, was successful at 140 kilos, moving up to 147.5 kilos. 147.5 kilos, it's 325 pounds. And the appeal by Zach Johnson's coach was unsuccessful. So he'll have to recycle it for his 3rd attempt. So Joseph Kelly's under the bar now, getting a handoff. Joseph Kelly, 21 years old, student. Presses it up, smooth, gets the lockout. Oh, no lift. Looks like he either moved his foot or his butt came off the bench. Got to keep the rear end, shoulders, feet, and head all in contact. Can't lift any of them or roll your feet. Can't do that. Got to keep them down. So no lift for him. We move to Esteban Castro-Rias from Costa Rica, 32-year-old, 83 open division, moving up to 152.5 kilos. Has 145 in the bank. Gets the handoff and the start command. Drives it up, trying to get the lockout, working it. And good lift for Esteban. So Ivan Cancel from Puerto Rico just set the North American record in bench. Now he's trying to extend it. He's moving up 5 kilos to 188 kilos. Trying to extend the record he just broke. Ivan, 36 years old. He's in the 66 kilo open division. He made his 2nd squat attempt and first bench attempt. Coming out.
Gentlemen, he's looking to break his own NAPF record right now by 5 kilos. NAPF record of 5 kilos. This is 11-time NAPF champion Ivan Cancel.
Gets the start command, lowering the bar. Drives it up, works it, up to lockout, gets the rack command, and extends the record to 188 kilos. Ivan Cancel from Puerto Rico.
Record for him.
Now we just increased by just 2 small kilos to 190 kilos. Tim Thibodeau, United States, LSU student, 22 years old. Lifting in the 83 kilo junior division.
Loaded for Thibodeau.
Tim with 4 years competitive experience at 22 years old. Getting himself set and ready to go and wrapped as he comes out. This is 2 1/3 times his body weight in the bench. Drives it up, gets it to lockout. And good, successful lift for Tim.
Lift is good.
So now Thomas
All right,
Thomas Sanchez from Colorado.
125 kilo
He opened
increase
raw at
on
75 kilos. Now he's put his bench shirt on. And he's doing a 125 kilo jump to 200 kilos
440 pounds.
with his bench shirt on. Masters 2, 83 kilo lifter. He enjoys traveling around the world, going to meets with his wife. She's a Category 1 referee from Brazil, Claudia. Presses it up, grimace on his face, gets it to lockout, gets the rack command.
Looks like he got the lockout. What did the referees say? No, he did not.
No lift,
He had some up and down on the bar from the chief
up and
referee,
down,
and maybe his butt.
and his bottom came out.
He did not lock out his elbow. And chief referee says he did not lock out his elbow upon completion of the lift, and the side referees say his butt came off the bench. No lift.
So he's going to try that again, I believe. So we move to Oscar Mejias. Successful on his first 2 attempts, moving up to 112.5 kilos. Oscar from Mexico. Masters 2 and open 66 kilo lifter.
In Mexico. He is
Well
an
decorated
IBF
lifter.
Masters 2015
55 years old, 22 years of lifting experience.
Bench press champion in 2017. Got 8th place in the Worlds in 2013. He
Gets the hand up.
there's too much to read. They just keep going and going, all of his records.
Drives it up slow and smooth. Gets that lockout.
Oscar Mejia. the
And a
lift
good lift. He's 3 for 3 on the bench today.
3 for 3 on the bench. Way to go, Oscar.
Move to Jonathan Vadrine, United States. 18 years old, sub-junior 66 kilo lifter. Missed 127.5 kilos on his second attempt. He's going to retry again. He was successful on his opener. Believe from Louisiana, Cajun country. Louisiana State Divisional bench record. Gets those shoulders buried in and has one of the highest arches in this round of benching. When you have that arch, you shorten the stroke and get your lats involved in the lift more. Drives it up. Gets it to lockout. Let's see what the referees say. And successful lift for Jonathan.
On the bar for Matthew, 286 on the bar.
So he's 2 for 3 in the bench. Subtotal 197.5 kilos for Jonathan. Move to Matthew Arnold. 66 kilo open. He missed 130 kilos on his second attempt, so was successful on his first. He's going to redo 130 kilos. 286 pounds. Already has a subtotal of 322.5, trying to move that up to 327.5. Drives it up. No, can't quite get it in that transition from shirt to triceps. Not quite there. So he carries 125 kilos forward for a subtotal of 322.5. We go to Ronald Walker, U.S. Virgin Islands. Scuba diver, pastor. Wonder if he's done any underwater weddings. So Ronald Walker, he was successful on his first 2 attempts, taking a 12.5 kilo jump to 137.5 kilos. He's lifting in the Masters 3 and Open 83 kilo class. Doubling it up today. Gets the handoff and the start call. Presses it up. Good lift. Ronald 3 for 3 on the day in the bench. Subtotal 287.5. So Logan Pennington from the United States. Junior 66 kilo lifter. 4 years lifting experience. 142.5 kilos. 314 pounds. Basically 315. Another milestone lift in the pound plate lifting. That'd be 3 plates on each side. Locking in a high arch. Gets set. Slowly lowers the bar down. Drives it up. Gets the lockout. And a little up and down on the bar, and I think his rear end popped off the bench, so there's a no lift. But he'll carry 137.5 kilos forward into the deadlift. He's got a subtotal 377.5 for Logan Pennington in the junior 66 kilo category. So Zach Johnson gets the bar loaded call. He's going to retake 145 kilos. He was successful on 140 opener. Missed his second at 145. He's going to retake it. 24 years old. Open 83 kilo lifter. Gets the handoff. Drives it. Trying to get the lockout. Gets the rack command. And good, 2-1.
Joseph Kelly, 2-1 lift is good.
So Zach Johnson carries forward a 372.5 subtotal. Joseph Kelly now from the United States. Going to retake 147.5. He missed it on his second attempt. He was successful at 140 kilos on his first attempt. 59 kilo junior. 2.5 times his body weight. Did a over 4 times body weight squat at 240 kilos. Now he's doing 2.5 times his body weight at 147.5. That's 325 pounds for those who are kilo challenged. Coming up, gets it to lockout. Let's see what they say. No lift, 2-1, up and down on the bar. That's a good attempt. He'll carry forward 140 kilos with a subtotal of 380 kilos, excuse me. So we have our 83 kilo sub-junior open competitor from Puerto Rico, Esteban Santana. Successful on his first 2 attempts, moving up to 150 kilos. 330 pounds. 18 years old. Gets the handoff. Vamos, 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 the call from the crowd. And that's a good lift. He's 3 for 3 on the bench press. Esteban Santana. Now we go to Esteban Castro Arias. Costa Rica, 32 years old. He is in the 83 kilo open division. He was successful on his first 2 attempts. He's moving up 2.5 kilos to 155 kilos. It's the minimum increase. The smallest you can make. He's got his popcorn socks on. See if he can pop this bench back up. Just short of twice his body weight. Presses it up, grimaces on his face. No, not quite there. So he'll carry a 422.5 subtotal forward into the deadlifts. So his third attempt here, Ivan Cancel, he opened with a record. Second attempt, knocked that record a little bit higher. And he's just chipping away. Another 5 kilo attempt, up to 193 kilos, trying to keep raising the bar for the North American bench record at the 66 kilo weight class in the open division. Ivan, 36 years old, from the south part of Puerto Rico. His wife, Maria, the world champion in the classic 47 kilos just a couple years ago. Ivan, 11-time NAPF gold medalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. This will be number 3.
Lots of international experience. Been to the worlds numerous times. Got the bronze medal, I believe it was in 2012. 15 years lifting experience. Gets focused. Getting himself locked into on that bar. Takes the handoff. Drives it up. Trying to lock it out. Gets the rack command. Let's see what they say. 3 lifts, 3 record breaks. 193 kilo record now. And that puts his subtotal at 443 kilos. And a big shout from the Puerto Rican contingent in the front row. So he moved to Tim Thibodeau, 195 kilos. Successful on his first 2 attempts. He's a 83 kilo junior. Moving to 195 kilos. That's 430 pounds LSU athlete, student athlete. This will tie his personal best, just short of 2.5 times his body weight. Gets the touch. Drives it up. See what they say. No, no lift. Couldn't quite get to lockout, just short. But he carries a 190 kilos successful lift and a 460 subtotal. Now we've got Tom Chinchin from Colorado, USA. Opened and successful at 75 kilos. Threw the bench shirt on. Attempting 200 kilos. Missed it on his second attempt. Going to recycle, try it again. Tom's in the Masters 2, 83 kilo division. Lots of international experience. A lot of national level experience in the USIPL. Drives it up. Gets it to lockout. Racket. See what they say. No lift, up and down on the bar, and some lockout issues. So Tom gets credit for 75 kilos and carries forward a massive subtotal of 150 kilos at subtotal. So we're going to take a 20-minute break to allow the lifters to warm up for deadlifts, and we'll be back with you with the full battle scheme and see what kind of medal battles we'll have in this deadlift round. We'll be back shortly in 20 minutes. Enjoy.
That's where the blues are. The more you play, the better you feel out there, because you begin to play it off your mind. When you get off to yourself, then you study. That's what the blues is.
John, we're going to show you a man actually talking to a computer in a way far different than it's ever been possible to do before.
Well.
That's what the blues is.
Why play true? Play true for joy. Play true for respect. Play true for fairness, for inclusion, with pride, with courage, for sport, for equity, for community. Play true for life. So many reasons to play true. What's yours?
name is Alexa Schillinger. I love powerlifting. All you have to do is just pick it up off the ground, and it's my favorite.
Hi, I'm Damian Franzelia. I'm a powerlifter. I enjoy competing in powerlifting and meeting wonderful people that compete in the powerlifting world.
Powerlifting is a wonderful sport. You can do it all your life and it's very healthy.
Powerlifting is a great sport because it's an overall body strength tester. The great part about competing in the IPF is competing against all the different countries. Especially coming from the US, I've been able to travel the world. Europe is very big in the IPF. Asia, Africa, every continent is involved in the IPF. And it's really good because you get to meet friends from all over the world and have a lot of contacts of people you would never meet if it wasn't for competing in these events. So the IPF is a great organization.
The squat is a true test of complete body strength, and the lifters must descend below parallel and rise till they receive a command from the head referees. The bench press, the same thing. It's a true test of upper body strength, and they come to a complete lockout with the press calls. In the deadlift, it's also a complete body test of strength where the bar is raised from the floor all the way to the waist.
People should join powerlifting because it's a family. It's not just about the sport. It's family, it's love, it's everything that everyone can do together, and it's just an awesome experience.
And everyone is very helpful and very nice. It's a great time. If you're interested in powerlifting, find a local gym where somebody knows what they're doing and get in touch with them.
And welcome back. We're going to be starting our deadlift session here shortly in our equipped lightweight men's divisions up to 83 kilos. We're going to start with Tom Sinchich in the United States, Colorado, 75 kilos. Nice and simple. He is having some knee issues, so he took it nice and easy for the opener. He gets a total, and for the Masters 2 division, the gold medal also. Locks it in, locks in the total. See if he even puts in a second or third attempt. Jonathan Vidrine is the next lifter from the United States. He's a sub-junior 66 kilo lifter. 155 kilos on his opening attempt. And Thomas did put in another one. He's going to double his attempt at 150 kilos for his second lift. So Jonathan, 18 years old, sub-junior, 155 kilo attempt. A little over 2 1/3 times his body weight. Getting in the zone. Locks that out. Good lift and locks in his total. And I believe that locks in his gold medal in the sub-junior 66 kilo lift or category. We have multiple categories. Some of them just have one lifter in them. Others have multiple lifters. Let you know as we go through this deadlift session, and the picture will become clearer. Matthew Arnold from the United States, 66 kilo open class, opening at 200 kilos, 441 pounds. It's 3 times his body weight for the opener. Gets that up to lockout. And a good lift.
I load the bar for Ronald Walker. His last name is Walker. He was born in the Virgin Islands. When he was born, his mother wasn't sure if it was going to be a boy or a girl, and the physician said, "It's a boy, Mrs. Walker."
So Ronald Walker from U.S. Virgin Islands, Masters 3 lifter and open lifter in 83 kilos, 202.5 kilos. Scuba diver, pastor, power lifter. Makes that look easy.
And Ronald Walker gets 3 white.
Good lift. That puts him in the gold medal for the Masters 3 83 kilo class. Locks that in. He's in the open class also, but haven't been determined by the other lifts yet to see where that falls. So now we go to Oscar Mejias. He did not record a squat, so he's not going to record a total. He's continuing on. Personal glory. He's from Mexico. Little over 3 times his body weight for his opener here. Masters 2 lifter, open lifter. Not going to be able to medal. Lots of powerlifting experience. Gets that up. Good lift. So now we move to Robert King, who didn't show up for his first bench press. Let's see if he shows up for his first deadlift. Open at 205 kilos. Masters 1 lifter. Oh, he is here. Okay. Didn't decide to pass his first deadlift. 6 years competing. Rider, entrepreneur, gym owner. Multi-time medalist. Worlds, Nationals, Commonwealth, record holder up there, way up north.
He's a 2-time world medalist.
Locks that out. Made it look easy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And a good lift.
to be the king. We rolled
So
out
that
the
locks
red
in
carpet
his
for
gold medal in the Masters 183 kilo class. Esteban Santana from my home, Puerto Rico. Opening up 210 kilos, doubling it up in the 83 open and sub-junior 83 categories. Just 18 years old.
Bars loaded, Esteban.
Comes out, ready to go. Coached by Alex Alvarado from Puerto Rico, NAPF secretary. Esteban, a sumo style puller. Gets his suit adjusted. 463 pounds. 2.5 times his body weight. Pulls it up. Trying to get his lockout. Falls backwards. And no lift. He's going to have to reset that and try again. Got a little weird on his lifting suit. Couldn't quite get it to lockout. See if he can reset and go do that again. Joseph Kelly from the United States will be moving up to 215 kilos. 59 kilo junior lifter. He's actually the only 59 kilo lifter we have. 21 years old, student. Has lots of lifting experience, 8 years for just being 21 years old.
Bars loaded, Joe Kelly. Then Logan, then Ivan.
If he can pull this, he'll lock in the gold medal. Did an impressive over 4-time body weight squat. 240 kilos. Double overhand hook grip. Likes a little pain with his pull. Double overhand hook grip keeps the bar a little closer to your body for balance. Gets that up, makes that look easy. 215 kilo good lift. Joseph Kelly from the United States. So now from the United States we have Joseph Kelly, 220 kilo, 66 kilo junior lifter. Just 18 years old, but he's going to be turning 19 sometime this year if he hasn't already. Junior category being 19 to 23 years old. Sub-junior category being 14 to 18 years old. And in the IPF, if you're the year of your birthday is the year you lift. That's the age you lift. So everybody's birthday in powerlifting is January 1st for that year. And he makes easy work of that lift, and 3 white lights from the referees. So we move to Ivan Cancel from Puerto Rico. Has an extensive array of titles, experience, gold medals, world experience, world championship experience. He opens up at 225 kilos. He's in the open 66 kilo class. 3.5 times his body weight. Shout out to everybody from Puerto Rico watching this live stream right now.
He's a powerlifting coach. He's a power lifter. He's an 11-time champion. Been competing for over 14 years now. This is one of the best in the business. He hails from Puerto Rico. His name is Ivan Cancel. He's a sumo puller.
Gets his sight going. Ready to pull. Smoothly up to lockout. And lift is good. Sue was not real happy with his lockout, so she took a long time to give the down command, the chief referee. But it was a good lift, and he'll move on. And that locks up the gold medal for him in the 66-kilo open class.
Bars loaded, Zach Johnson.
Zach Johnson from the United States.
Come on, Zach.
Zach, an 83-kilo open lifter, 227.5 kilos on the bar, 3 times his body weight.
3 times his body weight, folks, from the USA.
501 pounds.
Johnson.
It's one of those milestone lifts, breaking 500 pounds.
That was one huge.
And that was a nice, easy opener at 500 pounds, 3 white lights. Zach moves on. Move to Esteban Castro Arias, Costa Rica. Also in the 83-kilo open. You got a little battle going on there. He's opening at 235 kilos.
Esteban is a merchant. That's his job. He's a merchant. Does most of his work in Venice. And he's been lifting for 3 years now. He's 32.
Got the popcorn socks, been wearing them all meet. Drags that up. Gets the lockout.
What do the referees say? 235 on the bar.
And that is a good lift for Esteban.
Here comes Tim Thibodeau.
So that locks in quite a lead for him in the open 83 kilo class. Now we move to Tim Thibodeau from the United States. He's an 83-kilo junior lifter. 272.5 kilos. This is 600-pound deadlift opener at 83 kilos, and the junior, 22 years old. LSU student athlete.
LSU. Come on, Tim, let's go, Tigers.
Obviously wearing the purple slinglet, being an LSU.
Purple singlet representing the LSU Tigers. 600-pound opener for this young fella.
Oh, it makes that easy. Good lift. I think there's going to be a little more put on that bar. So we move back up to the top of the order. Thomas Sinchis, United States.
Let's go to the top of the order. Here comes Tom.
From Colorado. He's an engineer, not the trained type, the mind intelligent type. Designer. 150 kilos. He's going to double up from his opener. Tom was having a little bit of knee problems earlier in the week, so he's starting off conservative. From the gold medal position.
From the gold medal position, because he's the only lifter in this position.
So Tom is 59 years old. He'll be moving up to the Masters 3 division next year.
Come on, Tommy.
His wife Claudia, a Brazilian international referee, Category 1.
Beautiful.
Gets the lift. 2-1. Good lift.
All right, how about the next
And solidifies his gold medal that he already had. So now we go to Jonathan Vadrine, United States. Sub-junior 66-kilo lifter, also gold medalist. Moves up to 167.5 kilos. This will be a personal record in the deadlift for him. Trying to knock that chip away at his personal record. 2.5 kilos above that. Successful at 155 kilos. 12.5 kilo increase. 18 years old. I believe he's also from Louisiana. Cajun country. Drives it up. Keeps it up to lockout. Slow and smooth.
And 2.5 times his body weight between.
Good lift. So he keeps moving forward, and a new PR for him.
United States of America.
So Matthew Arnold, United States. 210 kilos this time. Increased 10 kilos over his opener. 31 years old. 66 kilo open.
In the open category.
Currently in the silver medal position.
He's a massage therapist. You want to check him out on Instagram? Muscle Up Matt.
Yeah, I think he's going to remain the silver medalist. There's quite a gap in between him and first place. Valuable international experience. He's a new lifter, only been competing competing in competition for a year, yet still gets to get some international experience at the North American regional level. Gets it up, trying to lock those hips, gets the lockout.
Nice lockout, Matthew.
And white lights across the board. Good lift. Nice battle there.
Esteban Santana.
We moved to Esteban Santana from Puerto Rico. He had some lockout issues in his opener. Same weight, 210 kilos. Got to get this to lock in the totals. Has to work hard. He's lifted 220 before, so he's opening up at 10 kilos below his personal best. Got to work it. Just 18 years old. Sub-junior. Gets ready, gets psyched. Starts the pull. Trying to force it up. Gets it to, and falls backwards. That's twice. So he's going to be fighting for his meat life here. He looks a little dazed. Sometimes when you pull like that, you put all that force in your cardiovascular system. It can cause you to black out or get lightheaded. So he's got one more shot at it. Needs some of the people from the island to be sending him that positive strength energy from Puerto Rico. Keep him in this meet. So Oscar Mejia from Mexico is our next lifter. Fortunately, Oscar did not record a squat, so he's not going to record a total, but he's continuing on. He's going to 217.5 kilos. Master 1 and open. 55 years old. This is over 3 1/3 times his body weight, 217.5 kilos, 480 pounds. Industrial designer.
Loaded for Oscar.
He enjoys art. His trophy case, let's say, is overflowing with titles and experience. He's been competing for over 22 years and been well decorated in that time. This is 7.5 kilos above his personal best in the deadlift, so he just PR'd on a good lift, 2-1 for Oscar.
2-1. 2-1 lift is good.
Joseph Kelly, 225 kilos, junior 59 kilo lifter. Already got the gold medal locked in. Increasing 10 kilos. 3.85 times his body weight, closing in on that 4 times body weight squat. Just short of 500 pounds on a guy that weighs 129 pounds.
Almost 4 times his body weight.
Some impressive numbers here by Joseph. 21 years old. Lots of lifting experience, 8 years. Double overhand hook grip. Likes to add pain to his pull. No, just not. Let's see. No, not going to work that time. You get one bona fide attempt at the pull, even if it doesn't come off the ground. He was thinking about trying a second, but that was that. He'll try it again on the third pull.
Robert is a coach.
So now we move to Robert King from Canada.
He is a 5-time national champion in Canada. He is a Commonwealth and national record holder. He is a writer. He is an entrepreneur. Bars loaded. He is a gym owner. A very eclectic individual.
So Robert King, 227.5, Masters 1, got the gold medal. He wears multiple hats in powerlifting. He was coaching earlier, lifting earlier. Did the raw sessions. Now he's in the equip session. 227.5, 501 pounds. Gets it up, locks it out.
And the lift is
That's a good lift for Robert King, and he's stoked about that.
right. The next lifter is Ivan Cancel.
Ivan Cancel from Puerto Rico. 232.5 kilos, 512 pounds. Second attempt. He's got the gold medal wrapped up in the 66 kilo open. He broke the bench record for the North Americans 3 times in his 3 benches. All 3 were successful.
Cancel over 3.5 times his body weight.
Put that bench record up to 193 kilos. Started it off at 183 kilos. Put an extra 10 kilos onto that record. Having an impressive day with that. Squatted 250 kilos. Multiple time NAPF gold medalist. World championship medalist. Brings that up.
And the lift is
No good on lockout. Didn't like the way he locked out his hips, I guess.
did not get his shoulders back.
Or his shoulder lockout.
Did not come through. His shoulders
Alex
did
is
not go
going
back.
to go to the jury table and protest that. We'll see what happens.
Table about that one. Alex Alvarado is coach.
See what the jury says. So it was a 2-1. If you have one white light, you can take it to the jury table and discuss
Bars loaded.
and see if you can have it overturned. For it to be overturned, it has to be egregious error. So no overturn on that, so no lift for Ivan. We move to Logan Pennington, 235 kilos, junior 66 kilo gold medalist, increasing 15 kilos. This will be well above his personal best by 15 kilos. He opened at his personal best.
This is 50
Pulls it
kilos, Robert.
and makes it easy. Knocking his personal best out of the park.
This is good.
And a good lift.
15 kilo increase over his PB.
Zach Johnson, United States, 83 kilo open.
Not sure what they say in Costa Rica.
He's making a jump from 227.5 to 242.5.
That was 15 kilos over his personal.
This will be quite a bit above his personal best, which he just set on his opener. 83 kilo open lifter, 24 years old. Currently in the silver medal position in 83 kilo open.
Thank you, Priscilla.
And I think he's going to stay there.
Bars loaded, Zach.
The other person's got quite a lead. But he's knocking personal records down.
Let's go.
almost 3¼ times his body weight. 534, almost 535 pounds. We'll round it up to 535. And I think he's got a little more in the tank. That's a good lift. And extends his personal best in deadlift. So now Esteban Castro Rios from Costa Rica.
Host country of Costa Rica.
Esteban's got the gold medal locked up in the 83 open class, increasing 10 kilos to 245 kilos. 32 years old, been competing over 3 years. Enjoys getting outside and shredding the mountains on his mountain bike. He's got his popcorn socks on. See if he can pop this thing off the ground. Get the rolling start. All the way up to lockout. Gets the down command and no lockout. He went over past his lockout, unlocking his, I believe, his knees. So he'll have to redo that again. I don't think that'll affect his gold medal. Oh, shoulders, there we go. Knees and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes. No, it's just his shoulders and knees. Has to work on his lockout there. So we moved to Ronald Walker. Huge jump from 202.5 up to 255. He's a Masters 3 lifter. Oop, and Esteban's lift has been overturned to a good lift. They gave it to him. So we're at Ronald Walker. Masters 383 kilo and open lifter. Oh, couldn't get that quite up. He is the gold medalist in the Masters 3 division. He was trying to move into the bronze position with that pull, but it did not happen. Trying to do it on the second attempt. Give him 2 shots at it. Didn't quite happen. So we moved to Tim Thibodeau. I believe a deadlift specialist here. 285 kilos. He's a junior in the 83 kilo class. This is 628 pounds. 3½ times his body weight. Just 22 years old. Call the bar loaded, and he comes out. He made 272.5 easily. He's got his LSU colored deadlift suit. He's a student athlete at LSU. Rips that off the floor. Tries to get the lockout. Nope, not quite there. He'll get another chance at it. Gets a round of applause as the crowd appreciates that attempt. So we're back to the top of the order. Last round of lifts for this session. Jonathan Vidrine, United States, 66 kilo sub-junior gold medalist, going over 2½ times his body weight at 172.5 kilos. He's made his first 2 lifts, trying to go 3 for 3 in deads.
Jonathan is the pizza chef, works at Johnny's Pizza.
In the third round, they will clean the bar in between each and every lift. Make sure that everybody has equal gripping chance on the bar. So this will give Jonathan a new PR in total and in deadlift. So break both of his personal bests in total and deadlift. Not to mention a gold medal that he already has. Gets it up past his knees. trying to get it to lockout. Locks it out. Down command. And 2 white lights. Good lift. 2-1. And knocks his personal best total by 5 kilos. And his personal best, and raises his personal best deadlift also. So gold medal and some PRs there. Now we go to Tom Senchit, United States, Colorado engineer. Trying to engineer a little deadlift lifting here. Moving up to 185 kilos, 408 pounds.
You know, this is a conventional PR. He usually pulls sumo. This is a conventional PR for him. Conventional pull. Bars loaded. This is also going to outpull his bench, which is very rare for Tom when he pulls more than he benches.
So if you hear Gino in the background, Tom's normally a bench specialist. It's unusual for him to deadlift more than he can bench. So here he goes. He also normally sumo pulls, and he's conventional pulling here.
All right, Tommy. Then Tommy gets
Somebody still needs to register, Jeannie.
Genesee. Tommy gets
No lift, not quite a lockout. But he's still a gold medalist for the Masters 2 83 kilo class.
Is Alex going to go to the jury? Is Alex
And he totals a nice round 300 kilos for the day.
going to go to the jury?
Tom is normally a heavier lifter. He's been having some knee issues, so we understand.
Oh, that's a simple answer. Oh, all right.
His coach says he agrees with the call of no lift. So we had a little technical difficulties with our computer here. So our 59 kilo junior.
All right, next lifter is Esteban Santana.
No, that was the last lifter. We're having a little computer difficulties.
All right,
We got to get it
next lifter
updated.
is Matthew. All right.
Having a little technical difficulties with our computers here. Going to get our next lifter up, 59 kilo junior. Matthew Arnold pulling 215 kilos. 474 pounds.
Bars loaded. Here comes Matthew.
60.
474 on the bar for Matthew.
I'm sorry, it's Matthew Arnold, 66 kilo open lifter, 215 kilos on the bar.
Winner.
18 years old. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to update my computer here now that we got it back up. 31 years old.
All right, he'll get credit for his first
Not
two
quite
big
getting
rounds.
it all the way up. But he gets credit for 210 kilos, totaled out 532 and a half for the meet at 66. And from Mexico, he did not record a squat, but he's been killing in the deadlifts, so he's not going to have a total. However, he's breaking his personal records here on deadlift, moving up to 225 kilos. Well-decorated lifter, long career. Too many things to even list of the awards that he's won and titles he's carried. He's trying to get that up. Got the shakes, smooths it out, gets it up, all the way to lockout. That was an amazing battle. Got it back in the groove, but
You know what? I don't care.
when he had the shakes, he was up and down on the bar.
He hung in there a long time, man.
And that was a good pull, good effort
Give him a big round of applause for that.
for
Wow.
Oscar Mejia.
That was way out in front of him. He had downward movement, and he hung in there. And he
And we move to Joseph
Little
Kelly.
downward movement on the bar. I love this fella, Sean.
So Joseph Kelly,
Smells like
he missed 225. He's moving up to 227 and a half, jumping up 2.5 kilos. 59 kilo junior. Already got the gold medal wrapped up. Comes out motivated. 21 years old. 8 years lifting experience under his belt already. He's been doing this for a long time. This is basically 4 times his body weight. 501 pounds. This is one of those monumental lifts going over 500 pounds. This is a PR. He just wants to have 500 pounds in his pocket. I think that's why they raised it up. He says, I want to try this. He goes, gets it off the ground. Oh, little off balance coming off the ground. Got one side up, the other side was fighting. And he had it moving, but just not quite there. So he walks away with a total of 595 and a gold medal in the 59 kilo junior class. So we move to Robert King from Canada, the King of Canada, 235 kilos. Masters won, 83 kilo, has the gold medal wrapped up. Pulling for PRs, I believe. Rips it off the floor, gets it up to lockout. And the ruling is 3 white lights and a good lift. Breaking down personal records. Gives a shake to each of the referees' hands, thanking them for their work. And we move to Ivan Cancel. Ivan's moving up 240 kilos. He missed 232 and a half.
This is an NAPF record in total.
He's trying to break the NAPF totals record. So he moved up to 240 kilos, 529 pounds. He's already got the bench press record. He just broke it 3 times in the bench. Now he's trying to break the totals record. He's got the gold medal wrapped up.
Going to be another NAPF if he pulls this up in total.
Gets his stoke on, getting himself psyched. Getting his grip. Oh, got it 2/3 the way up and lost his grip, but he gave it a ride and a try. So Ivan totals out 668 in the 66 kilo open. Moved to Logan Pennington, 242 and a half kilos, 535 pounds. Junior 66 kilo lifter. 18 years old, be 19 years old sometime this year if he hasn't already turned it.
Come on, Logan. Gold medal winner in his category. 18 years old. USA. Here he goes now.
Pulls it up. Oh, gets it stuck just short of lockout. No, can't quite get it up. Nice try, though. And he comes away with a total of 612 and a half kilos for the day in the junior 66 category for Logan Pennington. Moved to Zach Johnson. Moves up to the nice round number, 250 kilos, 551 pounds. 83 kilo open, silver medalist. 6 years competing, age 24. This is 3 1/4 times his body weight. As the spotter loaders get the chalk out of the knurls, so he gets a good grip. Comes out. Did this whole meet in deadlift slippers. He squatted, benched. Now he's deadlifting all his deadlift slippers. Gets it up. Oh, loses the grip at the top. Gave it a nice ride. He finishes with a 615 kilo total at the 83 kilo open and a silver medal.
Ronald is a Masters 3 lifter, competing in both the Masters 3 and the open category. And as a Masters 3, he's going to get on the podium with a bronze medal in the open category.
So we have Ronald Walker, U.S. Virgin Islands. U.S. Virgin Islands, Masters 3 open competitor, Ronald Walker. He's got the gold medal in the Masters 3. He's got the silver medal. The bronze medal in the open division of the 83 kilos. Trying to pull 255 kilos. Wondering if that'll change his position. I don't think so. No, that didn't work. But he is your gold medalist in the Masters 383 kilo and the bronze medal in the 83 kilo open medal. So he's on the podium at 60 years old, 59 years old. So we have Esteban Castro Arias, Costa Rica. He is your gold medalist in the open 83s, adding 10 kilos to 255, 562 pounds. This will break his personal best. He's got the popcorn socks. Pops the bar up to his knees, but no higher. He gave it a ride, but not quite. So Esteban totals out 667.5 kilos for his total.
This is the LSU Tiger.
So Tim Thibodeau.
LSU Tiger. Timothy Thibodeau. That's right, I see you over there.
83 kilo junior. Retrying 285 kilos, 628 pounds. He missed it on his second. Got his opener at 272.5. He is your junior 83 kilo gold medalist. Student athlete, LSU. Wearing his purple LSU Titan slinglet, or deadlift suit. It's 3.5 times his body weight at 628 kilos. He's the last lifter of the morning session. Then we're going to have lunch and come back to you with the heavyweight, or middleweight, I should say, men's division this afternoon.
Loaded says Susan.
I'll be actually the side referee this afternoon for the middleweight lifters. You're going to have a couple of other people doing the live stream broadcast. Then I'll be back Saturday, live with you here with the live stream. And he pulls it off the ground, rips it up. Oh, gets forward and gave it a heck of a ride. So he ends up as your gold medalist. And we will stay here for the medal ceremony. I'll be with you Saturday on a live stream. I'll be refereeing this afternoon. And so stick around, enjoy the medal ceremony, and I'll talk to you later.
the Vice President of the North American Powerlifting Federation. A big round of applause for Dr. Hugo Velasquez. Also handing out the medals, the Secretary General of the International Powerlifting Federation, Dr. Robert Keller. We got a couple of doctors up here. All right, are we ready? The first category, equipped. Sub-junior category, 66 kilo weight class, gold medal winner, Jonathan, featuring the United States of America now. All right. 59 kilo weight class, junior category. Gold medal winner from the United States, Joseph Kelly. Kilo weight class, junior category, United States of America, gold medal winner, Logan Pennington. Kilo weight class, junior category, hailing from the United States of America, the gold medal winner, Timothy Thibodeau. Masters 83 kilo weight class, Masters 1, gold medal winner, Robert King. Eighty-three kilo weight class, Masters 2, gold medal winner. Gold medal winner, United States of America, Tommy Sensich. Masters 83 kilo weight class, gold medal winner, hailing from the U.S. Virgin Islands. A big round of applause for Mr. Ronald Walker. I already told him. All right, let's go to the 66 kilo weight class. Open category, 66 kilo weight class. Bronze medal. The silver medal position, United States of America, Matthew Arnold. And the gold medal winner from Puerto Rico, Ivan Cancel. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Puerto Rican national anthem. round of applause for our winners. Open category, 83 kilo weight class, bronze medal winner, United States Virgin Islands, Pastor Ronald Walker. Silver medal winner, United States of America, Zach Johnson. And the gold medal winner, hailing from our host country of Costa Rica, Esteban Castro Arias. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Costa Rican national anthem. Big round of applause for all of our winners. And gentlemen, you may step back. And gentlemen, everyone, please turn to your right. Turn to your right. And please follow Robert Massey, our marshal, as he escorts our athletes off the platform. Please give him a continuous round of applause. The next session starts 2 p.m. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.